Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into today's incredible success story, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dives into how the world's most powerful corporations and empires were built. Now, let's get into the video. The rise of Amazon is not just a business story, it is the definitive story of how modern convenience conquered the world. It began in 1994, in a small, cramped garage in Bellevue, Washington. Jeff Bezos, a successful financial analyst, saw an opportunity that most others ignored: the explosive, exponential growth of the internet. He didn't start with a plan to sell everything, he started with a very specific, strategic niche: books. Books were perfect for the early internet, they were easy to ship, they didn't break, and there was an almost infinite catalog to manage. This initial phase was the definition of startup grit. Bezos and his small team operated out of a garage, packing boxes on their hands and knees on the concrete floor. In fact, Bezos famously noted that they had to build their own desks out of wooden doors because buying proper office desks was too expensive for their limited budget. Their first sale, the first book ever sold on Amazon, was a technical manual about fluid concepts. It was a humble, almost invisible beginning, but it set the foundation for what would become the world's most sophisticated customer service engine. Amazon's rapid growth was not an accident, it was a result of a ruthless, long-term strategy that Bezos called "Get Big Fast." Instead of focusing on short-term quarterly profits like his Wall Street competitors, Bezos insisted on reinvesting every single dollar of revenue back into the business. He spent billions on massive warehouses, complex logistics software, and customer experience initiatives, while his critics mocked him for not turning a profit. But while they were watching the stock price, Bezos was building an infrastructure that no one else could match. The core of this growth was the logistics revolution. Amazon turned the act of purchasing into a seamless, almost magical experience. They replaced the manual sorting of the past with highly advanced, proprietary robotic warehouses. Today, thousands of orange, autonomous robots zip across vast warehouse floors, bringing shelves directly to human packers. This automation reduced the time it took to prepare an order from hours to mere minutes. This isn't just local, it is a global, interconnected web. Amazon's logistics network is now so pervasive that it can move products from a manufacturer in Asia to a doorstep in rural America in less than 2 days. This was the true e-commerce revolution. They didn't just sell products, they sold time. However, the real genius of Amazon, and the secret to their massive financial dominance, was not e-commerce at all. It was the invention of Amazon Web Services, or AWS. In the mid-2000s, Amazon had built such a massive, sophisticated computing infrastructure to handle its own traffic that it realized it could rent out that unused server power to other companies. This simple idea birthed the modern cloud computing industry. Today, AWS powers huge portions of the internet, from Netflix and Facebook to entire national governments. AWS became the ultimate cash cow, generating the massive profits that allowed Amazon to lose money on retail while subsidizing everything else. As the company grew, they expanded into almost every facet of life. They moved into hardware with the Kindle, and later, the revolutionary rise of Alexa. With Alexa, Amazon didn't just want to be the store where you bought things. They wanted to be the smart assistant that lived in your home, listening to your needs and ordering products before you even realized you needed them. This was followed by the launch of Amazon Prime, perhaps the most brilliant customer retention strategy in history. By paying a flat annual fee, customers were psychologically conditioned to buy everything from Amazon, because the free shipping made them feel like they were saving money every time they click buy. It created a closed loop, a psychological trap of convenience that made it almost impossible for traditional brick-and-mortar retailers to compete. This dominance is backed by world-class financial performance. Amazon's ability to generate cash is truly unparalleled. They don't just own the storefront, they own the marketplace, the payment infrastructure, the delivery trucks, the airplanes, and the massive cloud servers that keep the modern world running. Even their headquarters, the Amazon Spheres in Seattle, are a physical statement of their ambition, a lush, indoor, high-tech jungle that symbolizes the company's desire to build a new kind of business environment. They are constantly experimenting with the boundaries of physics and regulation, including ambitious projects like drone delivery, which aims to drop packages from the sky to your backyard in under 30 minutes. Amazon's global influence is now beyond measure. They have transformed the global supply chain, forcing every single retailer in the world to either adopt Amazon-style logistics or go out of business. They have forced a total shift in consumer expectations. We now demand instant delivery, transparent tracking, and seamless returns, expectations that only a company with the scale of Amazon can consistently meet. This is the Amazon effect, and it is permanently changing the way the global economy functions. But what lies in their future? The company is moving aggressively into healthcare, entertainment, and deep space logistics. Through Blue Origin, Bezos' private space company, Amazon is integrated into the next frontier of human expansion. They are positioning themselves to be the primary service provider for the next 100 years, whether that is on Earth, in the cloud, or in orbit. The company that started with a single book in a garage is now an entity so large that it is effectively a structural component of the modern world. It is a company that has moved from being a retailer to being an essential utility for civilization itself. When we look at the throne of modern business, Amazon is undeniably sitting at the top. They have mastered the art of flywheel mechanics, where each new service makes the overall platform more valuable, attracting more customers, which in turn attracts more sellers, which in turn fuels more data, which in turn makes their AI and automation even smarter. This cycle of self-reinforcement is why, despite decades of criticism and antitrust scrutiny, the company only continues to grow larger, faster, and more dominant. Amazon's story is the perfect blueprint for modern scale. They proved that if you focus on the customer so obsessively that you are willing to lose money for years to build the infrastructure, you will eventually own the entire market. As a final, powerful symbol, Amazon stands as a testament to the fact that when a nation or a company decides to invest heavily in logistics, technology, and absolute consumer convenience, it earns a permanent, untouchable place at the very summit of global influence. They proved that in the digital era, the most valuable assets are not factories or retail stores, but data, delivery speed, and the relentless automation of human behavior. This company of over 1 million employees continues to shape the global flow of commerce, innovation, and digital power. It is a story of how a small garage project turned into the most powerful logistics machine ever created by mankind. The Amazon model is not just about selling goods, it is about attempting to map and satisfy every single human desire, from the moment you click to the moment it lands on your porch. This is the secret of their success, and it remains a model that the rest of the world is still trying to decode, compete with, and follow. If you enjoyed this deep business breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.